Moving on, let's welcome our next guest speaker, Mr. Sauvik Banerjee, everybody. Mr. Sauvik Banerjee is a globally recognized technologist, entrepreneur, and tech futurist with over 24 years of experience in building world-class digital platforms. He has launched more than 500 internet platforms across 4 countries, including transformative projects such as Reliance Jio, Tata Click, and Tata Neu. Currently, he serves as the President of Products, Tech and AI at Resolve AI, a NASDAQ-listed company, while also leading multiple ventures, including Ziki, Yukio, and Cirrus AI. As a thought leader, he has a voice in technology futurism, particularly on the impact of AI. He is also a TEDx speaker, MIT Startup Hub mentor, and an active voice in technology. He is the Digital Achiever Award and recognition by SAP for excellence in technology delivery. Passionate about India's digital story and evolution of e-commerce, he continues to shape the future of tech-enabled living while also inspiring the next generation of innovators through his thought leadership and mentorship. Everybody, can we put our hands together for Mr. Sauvik Banerjee?
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to hear primarily a set of subject matter experts this afternoon from the industry. Yes, you might think I'm an AI techie, you might think I'm a traditional technology builder, but in the last few years, I've had the opportunity to be a regular guest faculty at the Naval War College in Goa, helping our youngsters, helping our leadership with the decoding of data and AI. On that note, let me just say in October 2025 is where we are today. We've heard words, Honorable Prime Minister, we have heard the maritime industry, we have heard Tim, and I was experimenting sitting on the front row, and I saw that my YouTube feed started picking up those words. And I started saying, I was just silent on LinkedIn and Instagram, and I was going through it. I started getting recommendations on industry and maritime. How many of you in this room think that the phone is creepily listening all the time? Okay. We are all very, very passionate about data and protecting our data, right? You know, I was with a group of youngsters and their parents in an international institute and a university in India at their convocation. And guess what the mothers and fathers said? I am glad when they check in on Instagram and Facebook in the evening when they go partying, I am happy they are secure because I know where they are. No, that's a contradiction, right? The answer I told them was, is your social media AI listening and securing you? Or is your social media AI a scare to you? And the parents actually said, you know what, Sauvik? It's a part of life. I said, how do you say it's a part of life? They said, food is changing. And this is our age group. I'm just going to be 50 in May. And this is our kids and my peers who have got their kids university and graduating. And they said, food is changing, okay? Demography is changing. I said, fair enough. You see, they said, voting is changing. I said, fine. You said, okay, then what's next? I said, the entire fabric of the planet is changing, and somewhere there is AI. So I've been researching, thinking, talking to the industry, building things, but I said, let's take a step back. The life we lead are full of systems at work, WhatsApp and Instagram and YouTube and Netflix and Geo Hotstar at home. That's life, that's normal, right? That's become part, like you have Rajma Chawal or anything which is staple. Then I read a quote from Professor Andrew Ng, said, and I was following him, so I wrote to him on Twitter and he wrote me back. He said, Sauvik, why is this question bothering you? I said, where are we heading? I mean, we are very much now and present, and the growth and the explosion of India as a powerhouse in technology and disruption. He simplified it for me. He said, AI is like electricity. Can you live without it? Yes or no? No, right? So if AI is like electricity, it is there. It is just going to be part of our lifestyle. On that note, I would just spend 5 to 10 minutes to just share where the planet is today and where we are heading. I've been very fortunate to have been told that, I look beyond the next 2 years, 3 years. And that has actually helped me. So imagine October 2025, where are we in 2040? All of us will be there. There's a clip of the Chinese leader and the Russian leader discussing, with a bit of tweaking, we might live for 150 years, and that's not incorrect. On the thought of future, let's see where we are today. So this we know, right? This is very simple. The internet got formed, social media came in, everything is on cloud. We know that the pictures our grandfathers we could not restore are all there today. Renewable energy, to drones, to genomics and crypto making their way into our lives. We know this story. Now this is where, take a step back and spend 30, 60 seconds reading it. There are countries with fall in working age population. We know those countries. We are not one of them. Look at the way, the power to the individual. You can control your entire friends, family ecosystem with a single message on a platform. The millennial focus on purpose in countries. This is the 5th generation of workers, if you see. Increased lifespans. There are solutions for diabetes, there are solutions for heart attacks, there are early inroads of cancer solutions happening. GPT and Grok and Perplexity is decoding and analyzing and predicting your health far better than a doctor. There's a doctor friend of mine who's saying radiologists are going to be redundant, but radiologists will require the tooling to ensure they grow forward. There is a sense of abundance in countries. The emerging middle class. Reverse brain drain. We heard that in the last few minutes, right? What used to happen? We used to graduate, we used to go take up a job in one of the SIs and go to US, go to Europe, stay there. The best of the brains had gone. In a backhanded way, we kind of have an opportunity, as we all know, that the brain drain might just get stopped and the best of the brains will be here. Mind you, it's not about India. Best of the brains from Germany will not go somewhere else. Best of the brains from UK will not go somewhere else. That's the current climate. And let's finish with one of the most important parts, urbanization. With tech and AI, urbanization is mixed. So that's where the planet is today, right? Now just take 30 seconds more and see this. I'll pick up a few interesting phrases. Artificial narrow intelligence. Artificial general intelligence. Artificial super intelligence. I mean, this we are talking about Cybertrons and Terminators world. But is it bad or is it good? Elon Musk has just delivered a $40,000 worth of a humanoid which does your cleaning, cooking, walks the dog, and it's commercially available. So what is the difference while everything is there? Democracy 2.0, food 2.0, institution 2.0, circular economy, money 2.0, where there is stable coins coming in and not unregulated crypto. That's where we are headed, by the way. I would stop on this slide and discuss where we are headed from an industry, from a personal point of view, and more importantly, where is the opportunity space? Can I make this screen navigate without this clicker going forward? Yes or no? In 2 years' time, is this clicker redundant? Yes or no, please? Okay. That's speech recognition, right? Can an Indian with a Banerjee surname grew up in Kolkata with a Bengali dialect make that clicker redundant from someone who's just arrived from UK with a British Indian accent? And would that natural language pick up and depict it on screen? Answer is yes or no. That's embedded AI. That's pure embedded natural language linguistic AI, which actually is there today. If you use GPT's voice, it's picking up somebody who's based out of Tiruchirappalli or Siliguri to somebody who's in Aberdeen in Scotland to somebody who's in Seattle in US. The problem is not the large language model. The problem is how you contextualize it. How many people over here have got Netflix subscriptions? Right? Fair amount. Is Captain Shaukat Mukherjee's Netflix subscription and feed same as Sauvik Banerjee's? Yes or no? No. That's called N=1 personalization, not Amazon's recommended personalizations of similar products. There's a whole world, I'm sure you're aware of DeepMind, Google's brain, which personalizes YouTube feed. See, this N=1 personalization is the early days. Going forward, you will have customized, personalized cars from you coming out of Mahindras and Tatas and Marutis. Not engraved your name, but literally, if I am a 6 feet 3 inches, 100 kg human being, my car will get customized for my attributes. It's not going to happen in 2025 October, but it's neither is going to wait for 2030 October. That's narrow intelligence, when you make it hyper-personalized. What is artificial general intelligence? Any idea, anybody in this room who has Googled it, or while you are hearing and Googling it? Artificial general intelligence is when a machine writes a machine and creates a machine. Let me take you back to Geoffrey Hinton, who is called the godfather of AI and who is called primarily the brain behind the Google autonomous car. Artificial intelligence is not, or Gen AI is 5% of AI. Artificial intelligence is over 80 years old. You know how they found it? William Hirsch was the originator of that. The brain has got 80 billion plus neurons, right? Do I make a puppy, a dog puppy, if I drop them in a swimming pool, will it swim or will it drown? Will it swim or will it drown? It will swim, it will float, right? We all know that. When you have little babies taking their first steps, are you teaching that little baby or are you not? Or is it standing and walking by themselves? Standing and walking by themselves. That's your brain. That's neural modeling. Hence the word neural network. The sweet history is they took a snapshot of the human brain, they decoded through mathematics and statistical models, and then came out the first set of models, not today's LLMs, first set of predictive cognitive models back in the day. And that's how it went ahead. Now, here is where I want you to think about it. If AI has to learn, do we need ethical governance of that? Absolutely, right? We cannot let it just grow by itself. It is like an unruly kid. If you don't govern the kid, he or she will become obstinate, will become rogue. So we need to manifest and ensure governance and guardrails are there. You cannot stop AGI from happening. It's happening today. Agents are able to, at a very embryotic stage. What happens then is artificial superintelligence. Is it humanly possible for India to manage its all electrical grids with human beings monitoring it? What if you have a governance framework, electrical grids on the sense which powers our cities, which power our water lines, everything? You need intelligence to take decisions and monitor and govern under us. That manifestation is happening. Now the first immediate question is, are we going to make ourselves redundant? The answer is, how many of us come from the black rotary phone days? The black rotary phone days. I grew up in that era. When the smartphone industry and the mobile phone industry came, do we have more jobs? The OEMs, the manufacturers, the operating systems, the app economy. It's just that. I always think that people who are logical Indians have two ways to look at AI. You either live in the skepticism or the cynicism of AI, or you embrace it and make it an optimism of AI. I genuinely think, because we cannot avoid it. Even if we try, we cannot put constraints it. We can put guardrails and governance against it. So this is the movement going forward. Food, democracy, radical life extension, and there's a whole sort of research that me and my team do all the time in looking at the next 5, 7, 10 years. I would leave one thought today where we're all excited about the entertainment world and our education and our healthcare, and in this 10% of AI we are calling in the GPTs and perplexities and the groks of the world. AI is there. AI is not scary. Human beings are the most intelligent beings. We haven't found an alien view in trillions of galaxies away with the James Webb telescope. So we will always be ahead. But if you let something semi-intelligent grow and warm up without governing, it becomes an obstinate child. So I will say, let's not have obstinate rogue kids around. Let's treat that as a guardrail governance, but embrace it. But what if you do, you will probably have a phenomenal brain next to you, working with you on your day-to-day. By the way, there's a whole set of things. I will share this deck if you are keen. There's industry-wide futurism of AI, which is expected to happen. It's about a 30-slide deck. And more importantly, the youngsters in this room require, so it's a combination of, I call it, the AI growth adoption is like Shubman Gill requires Virat and Rohit, right? So our youngsters requires the Virat and Rohits in the front part of the room. So on that note, let's say that the experience and the brilliance and the young generation have to integrate together to take this charter forward. Shaukat, thank you so much for having me. Hope I've probed some thoughts, hope I've probed some solutions, and hopefully you have a fantastic conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Can we invite Captain Sankar Shulka, MD Bernhard Schulte? Can we have a huge round of applause, everybody?